Welcome to today's video. Today we're gonna do a selection of basic asanas which strengthen and stretch your whole body. My name is Svenja and today I'm gonna guide you through these. Namaste. You can come in a comfortable seated position in the middle of your mat. You can also take a bolster to sit on if this is easier for you. Straighten your spine. Rest your hands with the palm facing upwards to the sky and gently roll your shoulders back and leave them down. Close your eyes and relax your face muscles and your shoulders. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about asanas, which are the body postures we are doing on our mat, and they are the third limb of the 8 limbs of the path of yoga, which ultimately leads to absolute liberation and enlightenment. They are there to keep our body in a good condition and moving. Throughout our practice, we're gonna use the full yogic breath. Therefore, you can put your right hand on your chest and your left hand on your belly. And deeply inhale through your nose so your belly softly comes out. And exhale through your nose. Let your belly softly come in. Inhale through your nose, fill your belly and your rib cage till under your collarbones with air. And exhale, let the air flow out from top to bottom. Continue breathing like this throughout the whole practice to let our prana, our energy within, flow freely through the whole body. Take a moment here, observing your breath, and with your next inhale, take your hands in front of your chest and sound Om. Open your eyes, and with the inhale, take your arms over your head to the sky, and exhale, put your hands behind your back, open your chest, squeeze the shoulders back, look to the sky, and inhale. With the next inhale, take the hands up to the sky and fold over in front. Put your fingertips on the floor. Round your spine, stretch your spine. Your head is hanging. Deeply inhale and exhale through your nose. And with your next inhale, come up, reach to the sky with your hands and exhale. Put your right hand on the left knee and left hand behind you. Look over your left shoulder and rotate your spine. We slowly and gently gonna go into our twist. Take deep breath here. And with your next inhale, come to the middle, stretch to the sky, exhale, rotate. Put your left arm on the right knee and the right hand behind you. Look over your right shoulder. Keep your spine straight. In rotation, we always want to have a straight spine to protect our discs. Inhale and exhale through your nose. And with the next inhale, come in the middle and take your hands down. Now put your right elbow down to the ground. Stretch your left arm over your head and stretch to the side. Look upwards to the sky and deeply breathe. Stretch your rib cage. And with the next inhale, come into the middle And exhale, put your left elbow, forearm on the ground. Stretch the right side upwards. Look to the sky and inhale in your rib cage. Open the ribs. And with your next inhale, come into the middle and exhale, take your hands down. And from here, we slowly gonna come into a tabletop position. Make sure your wrists under your shoulders, your knees under your hips, hip width distance apart. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Look down to the ground and squeeze your shoulder blades together. And from here we're gonna start with our cat and cow. That means with the inhale, let your lower back drop, look upwards, and exhale, round your spine and look to your navel. Inhale, let your back drop, look forward, and exhale, round your spine, look to your navel. Inhale through your nose, look up, let your back drop, and exhale, round your spine, look to your navel. We're gonna warm up the whole spine. Inhale, stretch, look upward, and exhale, round, look to your navel. Inhale, let your back drop, and exhale, look to your navel. And then come in a neutral tabletop position. Open your knees, mat wide, and sit your hips back on your heels. Lengthen your arms in front of you, and rest your forehead on the ground. In Balasana, your child's pose. It's a resting pose where all your inner organs are massaged by your breath, and your hips and thighs and ankles are stretched. If you feel exhausted in any posture, you can always come into Balasana. With the next inhale, lift your upper body and walk with your hands to your right side, and then exhale, put your head back to the ground to stretch the side of our left. Deeply breathe into your belly through your nose. And with your next inhale, walk to the middle. Rest for a moment here. And then come with your upper body a little up. Walk with your hands to the left side and stretch your right side. Deeply inhale in your rib cage to lengthen the sides. Your forehead is resting on the ground. Then slowly walk with your hands to the middle and rest your forehead one more time on the ground. Deeply inhale and fully exhale in your child's pose. And with your next inhale, slowly come up into tabletop position. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. And we're gonna tuck our toes this time because we're gonna do our downward dog. With your next exhale, lift your knees 1-2 centimeters from the ground and then push your hips back and up so your spine becomes one line. Your head is between your shoulders hanging. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and you're one nice line from your wrist to your hips. And then slowly you can try to straighten your legs. Try to reach with your heels down to the mat and make sure your spine is a nice straight line and not rounding. You can always bend the knees and make sure the spine is straight, that you're in a V shape. This is the downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And still we're using our yogic breath, deep in and exhales. The whole body backside is stretched. Blood is coming in our brain, in our head, and we can see things from a different perspective. You can move a little in your dog and then slowly start walking with your feet to the front of your mat where your arms are, as far as you can go, and then bend your knees, grab your elbows, and let your upper body hang down. Relax the lumbar spine, head is hanging, and you can swing from side to side. And then slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Stretch your arms over your head. Inhale and exhale. Take your hands next to your body. We're gonna prepare in Tadasana. Therefore, you can put your feet together, toes touching, and lift your toes from the mat. Put them down one by one back. Straighten your legs, encourage your core, roll your shoulders back and leave them down. Tuck your chin and stand active in your Tadasana. And then we prepare for our chairs pose. With the inhale, sit your hips back on knee level and stretch your arms over your head to the sky. Make sure you can see your toes when you look down over your knees. Straighten your spine, push the shoulder blades back and down. And this is our chairs pose, Utkatasana. It strengthens our legs, opens our chest, and is a very grounding pose which gives you energy. Keep on breathing and support your lumbar spine, and with the next exhale slowly come out of the pose into Tadasana. We're gonna continue with some standing posture and gonna go for the warrior two. With the next inhale, you can step your right leg a very big step behind you and turn the right foot 45-degree outward. The left heel is in line with the middle of your right foot and make sure your left knee is over your ankle. Inhale, take your arms on shoulder level and take your upper body a little bit back so you're not reaching forward, you're just resting in the middle of your hips. Shoulders are down and you look forward over the middle finger of your left arm. Take deep, nice breath in your warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2, which gives you strength and stretch in your hips and legs, and also balance and rooting to the ground. And with your next exhale, come forward into Tadasana. We're gonna do the same pose on the left side to balance our energy, obviously. With the next inhale, step your left foot a big step behind you, one leg length, and turn your foot 45-degree to the outside of the mat. Make sure your right heel is in line with the middle of your left foot and your right knee is over your right ankle. Inhale, take your arms on shoulder level and look forward over the middle finger of your left arm. Your upper body sits in the middle over your hips, and deeply breathe through your nose. Feel the strength, feel the energy flowing and the hips stretching and the leg working. And with your next exhale, you can step to the front of your mat into Tadasana. And now we're going to continue with some balancing pose. I'm coming to the middle of my mat to demonstrate you. You can stay wherever you are. We're going to do our tree pose. That means we're going to balance our weight on our left foot and put the sole of the right foot either on the ankle or, if you want, on your calf. Right knee is pushing outwards. Put your hands into Pranamasana, into prayer in front of your chest, and try to balance. Breathing. The more you concentrate on your breath, the stabler the balancing poses are. Obviously, we're gonna train our balance, our calves, feet muscles. And then with the exhale, slowly release. We're gonna shift our weight onto our right leg. Take the left sole of the foot either on your ankle or the inside of your calf and push the knee outward. Encourage your core, your hands are in prayers pose in front of you, and look forward in your Vrikshasana, in the tree pose. Balance here and concentrate on the inhale and exhale. And with your next exhale, you can slowly put your feet back on the ground and come into Tadasana. From doing our standing postures for strength and balance, we're gonna come down to the ground to do some hip stretch. You can roll from your Tadasana down, put your hands on the ground, step back, open the knees, put them on the mat and sit back in your child's pose. Rest your head on the floor. Deeply inhale and exhale in your belly. Massage your inner organs. And then with your next inhale, come back into a tabletop position. Put your knees hip width distance and you can come up with your upper body into knee stand to put your right leg in front where your hands were in a low lunge. And then shift your weight a little bit forward. Make sure your right knee is over the right ankle and your left leg straight. Inhale, take your arms up over your head, stretch to the sky, and push with your left hips forward. Encourage your core and don't bend backwards. Breathe in your stretch for the hip flexor and the front of your leg of the left side. And with your next exhale, put your hands down to the ground and step back with your right leg into tabletop. Then you can come up again with your upper body into knee stand to put your left leg in front into a low lunge. Make sure your left knee is over the left ankle. And with an inhale, take your arms up. Push your right hips forward. Encourage your core. And enjoy the stretch of the right hip flexor. As we sit a lot in our day-to-day life, it's nice to open the hips, as they also hold a lot of emotions. It's nice to release the blockages, so your prana, your energy within you, can flow freely and your energy is balanced. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose. And with the next exhale, put your hands down to the ground, step your left leg back, and come once more in your child's pose, Balasana. So the asanas are also a preparation for your meditation. They are meant to keep the body in good shape to be able to sit for a longer time in a meditative pose. And also to open the blockages so your prana can flow, your energy can flow within you. And with your next inhale, come back into a tabletop position. Now we're going to come into plank pose. Tuck your toes and straighten your legs. Make sure your hips are in line with your shoulders. Take them down. Encourage your core, wrists under your shoulders. And push yourself out of your shoulder blades. Look to your mat. Strengthen your arms, strengthening your core. Breathing. Make sure your core is very engaged to support your lower spine. And try to breathe calm and normal through your nose. Inhale and exhale. Fingers are spread widely. And with your next exhale, put your knees on the floor, sit back with your hips on your heels, and come into your Balasana, child's pose. So plank's pose, as you could feel, strengthens our arms, encourages our core, which is very important to support the spine, and gives us a better all-over strength of the whole body. And with your next inhale, you can come once more in tabletop position and lay down on your belly, rest your forehead on your hands. The next pose we're going to do is Bhujangasana, the cobra pose, which is working your back muscles and is opening your chest. And therefore you can put your legs together and your hands on line with your chest, elbows are next to your body. Forehead is resting on the ground, and with your next inhale, lift your upper body, look forward, and also lift your hands from the ground so you're doing it from the strength of your back and not from your arms. Squeeze the shoulders back and down, encourage your legs, and still inhaling and exhaling. The pose is very good to open your chest and to work the muscles of your upper back and lower back and your back legs. And it's also part of our Surya Namaskara, our sun salutations. And with your next exhale, slowly come down, rest your forehead on your hands, and you can shake your hips a little to relax the lumbar spine. And with your next inhale, push yourself up and back into your child's pose. Today we have a lot of child's pose as resting pose. But it's always nice to give the body a little break in between the asanas and come back to our center. Inhale with your full yogic breath and exhale fully through your nose. And then with the next inhale, you can come up into a seated position and take your legs in front of you so you can sit in an L seat. Put your legs together, straighten them, push your toes towards you and your hands next to your hips on both sides. We're just gonna sit in Tandasana for a while. That means your spine is straight. Tuck your chin and make sure your legs are engaged. And this is very beneficial for a very straight posture. And also stretches the back side of your legs, your hamstrings and your calves. And from this posture, we can come into Paschimottanasana, which is our forward fold. With your inhale, you take your arms over your head, and exhale, reach forward and go as far as you can with your hands. Make sure that you push with your chest to your toes and look forward. The spine is one line, and encourage your thighs. Pull your knee up and breathe. Feel a stretch in the back side of your legs. In your forward fold, Paschimottanasana. With your exhale, roll down, let your head hang into your forward fold, and inhale, roll up and come into a seated position. From here, you can put your feet on the ground and come in the middle of your mat. Take your hands in front and roll every vertebrae by vertebrae back down on your mat till you can lie. Straighten your legs and take a mini Shavasana here. Shavasana is our corpse pose, and after our asanas we usually come into this pose to relax. So for our next one, we're gonna put our feet next to our hips and then straighten both of them to the sky into waterfall pose. Hands are next to you on the ground. Tuck your chin and straighten your legs. Push your toes towards you in your waterfall pose, which is very good to straighten the backside of the legs and to let all the blood come back to your heart. It also strengthens your hip flexor and your core muscles. Keep on breathing in your full yogic breath. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose. It's called Viparita Karari, our waterfall pose. And with your next exhale, bend your knees, put them to your chest. You can hug your knees and roll a little from side to side. Massage your spine. Enjoy before we have our last asana, our reclining bound angle pose. Therefore, you can put your feet back to the ground one moment in Shavasana and then put them together as close to your hips as you can and let your knees fall to the outside. And if you want to open your upper body as well, you can put your arms over your head and grab your elbows into your reclining angle pose. It opens your hips, it opens your shoulders and your chest. You can deeply inhale in your belly and fully exhale in Supta Baddha Konasana. Enjoy the opening of your hips, releasing some emotional energy. And then with your next exhale, make yourself comfortable in your Shavasana. Your arms are spread to the side with the palms facing upwards. Your feet are hip width distance open, the toes falling to the side. Your spine is one nice line laying on the ground. And gently you can close your eyes. Just breathe in through your nose. And with every exhale, let all the tension go into your mat. Inhale through your nose. And with your exhale, let all the tension flow out of you into your mat. So our asanas are part of the 8 limbs of yoga, which are written by Patanjali and finally lead you to enlightenment or the ultimate truth. So by doing the asanas, we keep our body in a good condition and prepare it to sit in a longer time in a meditative pose. We want to concentrate and move with our breath, and every asana should be comfortable and stable. Listen to your body. If something's uncomfortable, always come out or maybe ask for adjustment. Observe your breath coming through your nostrils in its natural flow, giving every cell of your body all its life and oxygen. And then slowly start moving your hands and your feet, maybe stretch. And if you're ready, you can roll to your favorite side into fetus pose and let the earth hold you like a child in a mother's womb. You have everything you need for this existence within you. And then slowly come up into a seated position. Keep your eyes closed. Rest your hands on your knees with the palms facing upward. Take a moment here to thank yourself for this beautiful practice, for this beautiful day in this existence. Just keep on breathing. Observe your breath. And with your next inhale, take your hands in front of your chest and exhale. Om. Inhale and exhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Take your thumbs to your forehead. May everything you think be full of love. Take your thumbs to your lips. May everything you speak be full of love. Take your thumbs to your chest. May everything you give and receive be full of love. Take your hands to the ground and send love and peace to everyone and everything existing. Then slowly roll up, open your eyes with a big smile. Thank you for this amazing practice. Namaste. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.